Hi, in this video we are going to see about the inter-autonomous system routing protocol, that is BGP. What is BGP? BGP is nothing but Border Gateway Routing Protocol. So what is the use of this? It helps to find the shortest path between the nodes in the different autonomous system present in the different autonomous system. So how it works is it acts as a glue to combine or to hold all the or different autonomous systems together. Yes, BGP provides each autonomous system a means to obtain subnet reachability information from the neighboring autonomous system using eBGP session. Yes, how this BGP is going to work is with the two type of sessions. One is external BGP session and the other one is internal BGP session. So what is external BGP session? So see, a node, we'll take this example. A node, this is an autonomous system and this is another autonomous system. A node in this autonomous system, a router, this is a router and it is connected to some subnetwork. Okay, so a node in this autonomous system or a router in this autonomous system wants to communicate with the subnetwork in other autonomous system. This is autonomous system 1 and this is autonomous system 2. So if a router in the autonomous system 2 wants to communicate with the subnetwork which is attached to the another autonomous system, then we need the protocol called inter-autonomous system routing protocol, that is BGP. Okay, how BGP works is, first step, it has to obtain the reachability information from the neighboring autonomous system. So if this router wants to communicate with this subnetwork, first it has to get how to reach this subnetwork. That is the first step. So it will obtain the subnet reachability information from the neighboring autonomous system. Who is the neighboring autonomous system? This autonomous system 1. Or if it has another autonomous system, it will ask like how to reach the IP address, whose this subnetwork's IP address. Okay, so how it will get is with the help of the eBGP session, that is external BGP session. Once it gets the information, once our BGP gets the information to reach this subnetwork, it will propagate that information to all the routers within the autonomous system. So what my border gateway router will do, it will propagate that information whichever it learnt, what it has learnt in the first step, how to reach this subnetwork which is present in the different autonomous system. And the second step is it will propagate the information which it has learned to all the routers inside its own autonomous system. Then the third step is it determines good routes to other networks based on the reachability information and the policy. So it might have found 2 or 3 ways to reach this subnet reachability to reach this subnetwork. So among those multiple paths, it will be selecting the good path based on the policies and the reachability information. So first step is to learn how to reach a particular subnetwork, and the second step is after learning that should be propagated to all the routers in that autonomous system using iBGP session. And the third step is if multiple paths are found to reach that particular subnetwork, then we have to select the best path out of it based on the policy. Yes. So it allows subnet to advertise its existence to the rest of the internet. I'm here. Yes. If a new subnetwork enters or it is created, what it should do is it has to first advertise to its own autonomous system to which it is connected that I am here. Then only this autonomous system will come to know that some subnetwork with the IP address is present in this autonomous system 1. So first it is the responsibility of the new subnetwork to advertise itself that I am present here. Next, so BGP sessions will be as I said, there are two sessions. One is IBGP session and the eBGP session. So the session or the communication that exists between two BGP routers are called session. So it advertises paths to different destination network prefixes, and it exchanges over semi-permanent TCP connection. How it is going to advertise its existence is using the semi-permanent TCP connections. Yes, when AS3 advertises a prefix to AS1, AS3 promises it will forward datagrams towards that prefix. Yes. See, AS3, Autonomous System 3 here, it advertises a prefix to AS1. So it says that you can reach this subnetwork through me. To whom? To Autonomous System 1. So that is the BGP message sent by Autonomous System 3 to Autonomous System 1. Then AS3 promises it will forward datagrams towards that prefix. That is, the prefix is nothing but subnetwork. Okay. So Autonomous System 3, when it is sending or advertising the message that there is a subnetwork which can be reached through AS3. It will also promise that if you are going to send the data to the subnetwork, I will forward the packet. I will help you to forward that packet to that particular subnetwork. Then AS3 can aggregate prefixes in its advertisement, as I said. It will also set the address of that subnetwork. Prefix is nothing but the address of that particular subnetwork. Yes. Using eBGP session between 3A and 1C. Where is 3A here? Yes, it is Autonomous System 3. In Autonomous System 3, we have 3A and 1C. 1C is present in AS1. This is called Border Gateway Routers. So AS3 sends prefix reachability information to AS1. So from AS3, that is through 3A, the reachability information goes to the Autonomous System 1 with the help of 1C. Since 1C is a border gateway that exists between AS1 and the AS3, 1C gets this information, and 1C can then use IBGP. How 1C and 3A will communicate with each other is with the session called eBGP session. What is eBGP session? It is nothing but external BGP session. So with the help of external BGP session, the gateway routers will get the information about the reachability information which is present in the different autonomous systems, subnet reachability information which is present in the other or different autonomous system. Once it gets, what the 1C or the gateway router should do is it has to propagate that information to its own autonomous system. All the routers present in its autonomous system. Who are the routers present in AS1? That is 1A, 1B and 1D. What it will advertise? It will advertise that you can reach this particular subnetwork using through Autonomous System 3. This information will be propagated to all the routers which is present in the Autonomous System 1. Yes. Then 1B can then re-advertise new reachability information to AS2S. See, if you check 1B, 1B is also a gateway router which is connected to another autonomous system called 2, Autonomous System 2. So, whatever information it got from 1C, that will be advertised to next autonomous system, that is AS2 through 2A using external BGP session. Then what 2A will do? Using internal BGP session, it will send this reachability information to all its routers. Like, you can send message to this particular network through AS1 to AS3, then AS3 to that particular subnetwork. This is how external BGP session and the internal BGP session helps us to reach the nodes which is present in the different autonomous system. When the router learns of new prefix, it creates entry for prefix in its forwarding table. So every router, after getting this information, it will enter that I can reach this particular subnetwork using this path in its forwarding table. Yes. So what are the path attributes on the BGP routes? See, the attributes will be having two things. So advertised prefix includes BGP attributes, that is prefix plus attributes. What is prefix? It is nothing but the address of that particular subnetwork. It can be, it look like this 192.22.3 or 3/22. It means that 192.20.3.1, 3.2, 3.3, like this 22 hosts are available in that particular subnetwork. So if you want to reach all the 22 hosts in that particular subnetwork, what is the path that has to be followed? That's what we are going to discuss here. Yes, prefix plus attributes. So attribute contains two things here. One is autonomous system path and the other one is next hop. Autonomous system path in the sense, if I have to reach, you take the previous slide. Yes, if I have to reach, we'll assume that this is the subnetwork, new subnetwork, and see 1D should communicate with this new subnetwork. Means what is the path? 1D to 1C, then 1C to AS1, that is 3A, then 3A to 3B, then 3B to that particular subnetwork. So how can we mention it? AS1 to AS3, then AS3 to that particular subnetwork. This will be the path. This is called AS path, autonomous system path. Next hop information. The IP address of the router interface that begins the autonomous system path. Yes, which is the next hop? The next hop from that particular source will be, or the particular destination will be, the IP address. Next comes gateway router receiving route advertisement uses import policy. Yes, as I said, so every autonomous system will be having their own policy. Like if in the policy it is mentioned like you should not allow the packets which are coming from the autonomous system 2, means the gateway router will not route that advertisement, or will not propagate that advertisement. It will decline that advertisement. So based on the policy given in the autonomous system, the gateway routers will work and select the best path. So BGP route selection, how it is done is routers learns about more than, as I said, multiple paths will be there. In the multiple path, how can we select the best path is through four ways, through four different factors we can select. The first factor is local preference value attribute based on the policy decision in the given in the autonomous system. And the second factor is shortest autonomous system path. If the source, between the source and the destination, if three autonomous systems are there, then that would be shortest. Or if between the source and destination only one autonomous system is there, then that would be shortest. Obviously one autonomous system would be shortest, so I'll be selecting that path. So always the shortest path should be selected. And the third one is which is the closest next hop router. Okay, that should be selected. So if the next hop router is closer in some path, then that path should be selected, which can also be called as hot potato routing. So these are the factors, and if you have any additional criteria also, you can add that. Excuse me. BGP messages. So we have four types of BGP messages here. The first one is open. So it helps to create the TCP connection, because BGP messages are exchanged between the peers over TCP connection only. So if you want to send the message, first I have to establish the TCP connection. So open message helps us to establish the TCP connection. It also authenticates the sender, whether they are authorized sender or not. Next comes update. The update message helps to advertise the path between the nodes. Then keep alive. Keep alive message helps to inform the remaining nodes in the autonomous system, or the other nodes in the autonomous system, that I'm still alive. And the last message is notification. So the notification message helps to report any error, and also to close the connection once the communication is done. Yes. Yes. How does the entry gets into the forwarding table? See, if the router finds that I can reach the destination with the help of the output port 3, then in its local route forwarding table, it will enter the address of that subnetwork, and it will also enter how to reach the output port number 3. If I can reach the destination through the output port 2, then the output port number will be 2 here. So every router will be having the forwarding table. With the help of the routing algorithm, it determines that. Okay, so how it gets the value is, router becomes first, as we said already, using BGP. First it should aware of the reachability, like where the network is available, subnetwork is available, and the router determines through which port it can reach the prefix or the subnetwork, and router enters prefix port in the forwarding table. That's it. So where the subnetwork is present and through which port the subnetworks can be reached. If these two information is received, then we can make the entry in the forwarding table. Clear? See, if I want to go to backside of our college, then I should use backside gate. That is, if I want to go to Hosur, I should use backside gate. If I want to go to Anekal, then I will be using front gate. This is nothing but forwarding table. So Anekal, front gate. So if some subnetwork can be reached through gate number 2, that is port number 2, then that address port number 2. For some address can be reached through port number 3, means that address port 3. This will be the entry in the forwarding table. Yes, as I said, the same is done here. BGP message contains routes, and route is a prefix and attribute. Autonomous path will be there, and multiple routes for the same prefix. In that case, we have to select the best one based on the policy, and the shortest path. Yes, this already we have discussed, that is autonomous system path and the short policy based selection of the routes. Hot potato routing is if it is next, if the next stop is closest in that particular path, then that can also be selected as the best path. That is called as hot potato routing. So with this I am ending this video. Thank you. Bye.